Hello, my name is Jay. Welcome back to my Tech Vault. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Pure Base 500 computer case by Be Quiet. And this is a mid ATX, or I guess a mid-sized desktop case that we're going to be taking a look at. Now, this is supposedly the silverish gray option, so I'm interested to see what that looks like. Obviously, there's certain ways that you can do a silverish gray option, I guess, or a color scheme. So I'm interested to see how well it turned out. Also, this case is relatively light. It's supposed to be aluminum, but it's also by Be Quiet. It includes two fans. One concern automatically out of the box, I guess, is that two fans may not be enough for airflow. I understand Be Quiet has their, great fans, but I do think that just keep that in mind that you may need to add some extra fans. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. So yeah, we have a problem. My camera actually died. For some reason, it just didn't decide to record the unboxing. So just know that the box, it worked pretty easy. You just can't flipped it upside down, got the case out, and it's over here. Oh yeah, do I mention, I didn't even get around to it, figure that out until the end of the video. But hey, it looks nice. Voila, unboxing. So one of the first things I want to take note of is the actual, let me see if I can adjust this real quick. So this front panel is very sleek. There's definitely a clear divide between what you would call, I don't know, professional level cases, or things that I definitely could argue could definitely be in workstations or gaming PCs. This case definitely has what appears to be a pretty good amount of airflow on the sides, but also a very nice sleek looking front panel, which I've got to say looks quite nice. Now moving over a little bit more, and I apologize, this wire hanging down, it's my microphone. But for everything else, this color is very impressive. Now, I'm just going to take a quick moment to come direct up here to the top real quick. So on the top, you can actually pop off this panel. You've got your famous Be Quiet sound padding, but it's also magnetic. And I've got to say that this right here is very, very cool because it clicks on and it makes the case look a lot better. Or if you don't want it, you can take it off and then of course have your access to your, I don't know, AIO that you may put on here or something like that. Also, let's see if we can get in here. Not zoom in on that. But on the back, as you can see, we've got pretty much plenty of expansion slots. The whole color scheme comes around, so it's not like this, just like the silver on the front. It's actually all the way around, which is surprisingly nice as well. And then another thing that I've noticed that I'm actually kind of really liking is that the side panel itself actually has like a frame around it to kind of hide around. I actually like it. It frames the case really well and frames the what I think will be the components really well. But overall, this whole thing looks very well designed. No issues with it whatsoever. And the whole back panel is, I guess, a little bland, but if you're never going to see it, who cares? So there be the case. Let's build something in it and see how it goes. So a few things that I'd like to talk about is first off this top panel. So not only does this actually come with two, so let me grab this one real quick. You have two that you can switch out. One is a screened, that way in case you had like an air cooler or you had a radiator on the top, you could go through, but it's all magnetic. This one actually has a bunch of padding on the top. Still get some airflow on the top, but you've got some nice padding. Really nice. Like that actually. Likes how it looks from a distance as well. Both actually look really good. So if I were to take this one off, switch this out. As you can clearly see, both look nice. Both probably do the job. I just like the kind of clean look of having the same solid one, as well as having the padding on there just for silence. I really do like Be Quiet's design of just all the foam and stuff to protect and make things silent. And then you got to look there and everything looks good there. The side panel, I really like this bordered design. Looks really nice around the edges. Real quick, walk around back. So I/O is actually pretty self-explanatory. Let's see if I can adjust this real quick so you guys can. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Got headphones, microphone. The button's actually pretty clicky. People find that actually is probably one of my biggest pet peeves is like buttons that aren't clicky. I don't know why, but it is. And then you got two USBs on the front. You got a good bit of airflow paneling on the side. Goes all the way down. No issues there. Actually looks pretty good, so no issues. The back panel is kind of plain, but I was actually worried this was going to scratch up when I was doing the build. I was afraid that this was like going to get all scratched up, but no, it's not actually. It's doing just fine. So actually not scratched up at all. So no issue with that as well. So welcome back after building this and actually having it running. I have to be careful because there's a lot of actually other noisy things, but this case actually does a really good job of keeping things quiet. So this case is also marketed towards more people that are, I guess, not looking for a glamorous case. One of my, I guess, biggest things that I've always been vocal about is that Be Quiet is a great case maker and very professional looking cases. I just wish that they would do something that was a little RGB. Nothing against this case. This case definitely, you can clearly see, make your own judgments about whether or not it fits for you. The build experience was actually really nice. There was no like major issues. Actually, there was one though on the side. Let's see if I can pull this over here. On the little side panel right here, there's like a little lip for cable management. The lip was a little too close to the board, so when I was trying to put in the USB 3.0, I guess, header, it was a little tight, so it took me a bit of time. But after that, there were really no major headaches in this build process. There was nothing really too crazy. Also, there was some pretty good cable management already back there, so you could just kind of add on to, as well as only having a few of those painful headers, the power switch and the 2 LEDs. That was all that was on there, which was actually really nice because I did not have to go through and attempt to figure out how the plug and check, I guess, for this motherboard, because I don't even have the manual anymore. But overall, pretty silent. Really can't even hear anything. Actually, there's my NAS server over here is pretty loud, but no, for this is actually really quiet, and that's why I love Be Quiet. Is one of those few companies that, you know, the name clearly says that it should be quiet, and then it follows through with something that actually looks very, very nice, professional. And so Be Quiet goes on the list of very professional looking cases, parts, etc., that really can fit into a solid workstation build without a problem. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And this is my review of the Be Quiet Pure Base 500. I wanted to make sure I named it correctly. Thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.